All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. Producer Barb's with us. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get into all your super chats, comments, concerns, before we recap, unfortunately, 0-2 on weekday best bets so far this week. Before we get into all that and give you a hell of a lot more best bets, let's pay the bills. We are indeed brought to you by FanDuel, and this college football season is delivering weekly showdowns you don't want to miss. Right now, all customers on FanDuel can score a 50% profit boost for this week's big match on campus between the Texas A&M undefeated Aggies traveling to a very tough place to play. It's Death Valley at night, the LSU Tigers. Here's how it works for FanDuel. Place a bet on the game, apply your profit boost, and enjoy boosted winnings when your bet hits. And the best part, you get paid instantly when you win. You can use your boost on bets like spreads, totals, team props, so much more. Don't wait. Visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. So download the app and boost your next bet on this week's marquee game between Texas A&M and LSU. Disclaimer: must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas and affiliation with the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Often required bonus interest is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit ndgamblinghelp.org. In Maryland, Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts, call 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York in New York. All right, Knish, lost unfortunately with the Bucks. You went against your team. They were dominant. Detroit, big win for the Lions as they head into the bye. And then my bet on what was that, Tuesday? FIU went down in flames. The Conference USA is almost unbettable.
we did it to ourselves there, playing the weekday CUSA lottery.
I thought we had it figured out. We had a couple weeks in a row where I think I got a good vibe on this. Expect the unexpected, but FIU, whatever. Kennesaw is much better than expected. I say that, and they'll lose their next 3 games.
I know. It's funny because you're like, I've been touting Western Kentucky all year, but
they don't have their starting quarterback. They upset Louisiana Tech. Unbelievable.
It really doesn't matter. I think that's the Western Kentucky staple is anybody's back there. It just they're slinging it. So, but it kind of seems like a 3-team race now with Kennesaw. I think our friends at FanDuel, 160 to win it. And they, at least of late, they've looked like the best team in the conference. I thought, FIU had no problem moving the ball, but defensively, woof. I thought there was a drive there, second half, FIU driving to tie it, didn't get there, and then the lights went out from that. So,
which is crazy because FIU held Western Kentucky's offense to 6 points a week.
I know.
You never know what you're getting.
And then give up 8 yards of play and just massive explosive to Kennesaw. So, yep.
Not much. There wasn't a bunch of big games after that. Just, it is what it is when it comes to Conference USA. Sunbelt was not a great matchup last night, to say the least. Tonight, before we get into, more best bets, you got anything tonight? Virginia Tech continues to take money. Whew. I never thought I'd see 6.5 on this game. They're betting it like they know the final. Second week in a row, Cal's been bet against, and that last week's money was right.
Yeah, last week's money was right. And we said, you know what? We saw 7 last week, took it. They were obviously the wrong side. If I'm back here, it's a deja vu. If I see a 7 on Cal, I'm going to play it. So
I've already bet it. Virginia Tech. What makes you trust them to lay this number? I don't know.
No, I'm not. I would never let
a bunch of guys transfer out. I don't like teams with an interim coach coming out of the bye, because I would have to think you spent some of the bye week if you're a coach, an assistant coach. Where am I going to live? Where are my kids going to be at next year? Same thing with the kids with the portal. Hell, a lot of their players have went to the portal already on defense. So I don't see it, but I know quite a few people that are on Virginia Tech. I'm not. Cal Bears for me, but they're unpredictable too with the freshmen. I got a best bet out of the gate. I'm going to run by you.
Which game?
We'll go old school.
I thought you meant tonight.
No, not tonight. No.
Okay.
You got one tonight?
No, but I got one that you sent earlier that I know our friends at FanDuel have that is near and dear to my heart, but I think we're on the same
like that
side.
One?
Yep.
All right, we'll go to game number 138, 7:30 kick time. Big brother, little brother, Michigan State plus 14.5. You like it?
Yep.
Yeah, I just thought I know Michigan State lost by 25. We backed them last week. They covered for us. I thought Childs looked good. Michigan's not a team I want to lay points with. I know they're off their best effort, but hell, even in that game against Washington last week, 7-7, third quarter, and you're wondering, how's this going to go? I just think for one last time in the Jonathan Smith era,
this is the circle of the wagon. I tell you what, if he loses this by margin, he might be done. Like, he might be. I mean, there might be I could see like a Sunday presser. Fan base seems out. But I agree with a couple things. One, Bryce Underwood has not been good on the road this year. And it's a Michigan offense that to now win by multiple scores, rivalry game on the road. Defense was better last week. I still don't think it's by any means like a dominant elite unit. And I will say, I mean, Michigan State, I think they kind of, again, they weren't beating India, but they used a little formula. We're scrapping the run game. Couple of the offensive line's been injuries. Couple guys on the defense might come back. I just think this is too much. Like over 2 touchdowns, especially with the hook. I can't get that.
And I always go to this. Would I regret it? If there's a bet that wins, would I regret it Sunday morning? This would be one. Why in the hell am I not taking a rivalry game, Michigan State plus 14.5 against the Michigan offense that, I like Sparty. Got another one for you, just in case we lose it while we're doing the show.
Okay.
Game number 170, 3:30 kick time. Southern Miss minus 13.5. Your thoughts there?
I listen. I'm with you. Let's fire it up. I know some other. I think I saw the Duck like that one, and a couple other folks. So
quarterback injuries plural for UL Monroe. Could be down to a third string quarterback. So there you go on that one. Southern Miss. Hopefully Barbara's getting this. We're coming out hot. Michigan State plus 14.5 best bet. Southern Miss minus 13.5 best bet. Friends at FanDuel have that one. Let's see if I got another one. I'll run another one by you. Let's go to noon kick time. Game number 130. Your thoughts on the under 53.5 Syracuse, Georgia Tech.
Ooh, you know what? Best number in market there. I know another friend of the program like that. Yeah, I think that'll close lower. Might as well take a little say 153.5 while it's there.
Yeah, 53.5 under. Go. Georgia Tech under 53.5 at our friends at FanDuel. So how about that to kick it off? And I got more here too, but we'll get to the super chats. 3 best bets. You got to like that. On top of Monday's best
bets. That's how we started Friday, baby. I like that. Yeah,
I just thought we'd lose them. So good. I like that. Monday's best bets that we gave out, recapping. Arkansas took money. I like Arkansas. So I was going round and round with your buddy Tent. He likes Auburn.
I know. Yeah, a little head-to-head there. I will. You know what? I'm not surprised to see Arkansas go out a little bit, though. I was against him on that one too. I agree.
Yeah. Minnesota plus 9.5. The old tout service is waiting on this one. Are we gonna? I didn't think we'd ever see a 10.
I know.
Here we are Friday, but I still love Minnesota quite a bit. You did a great job with Oklahoma State plus 38.5. We're under that now. 36.5 at our friends at FanDuel. Good job there. Obviously, the Oklahoma State, leave a lot to be desired, but Texas Tech still no Morton at quarterback. So like that.
Yeah, and their offense loses a little bit of a plop, or a little bit of pop.
Yeah, they do.
Without Morton, and I know he gets hurt every other game, but they're just not as explosive without him. And so to cover 38 is bad.
And then finally, there has been resistance here. We got a bad number. Kansas State. We gave it out 3. We could have gotten 3.5. Multiple people on Kansas. I'm still comfortable with Kansas State.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually a little gonna add a little myself here at the straight 3.5 because I don't get me wrong. If you were on the Kansas side of things, then if you want to take 2.5, I can't believe people are laying some 3 with Kansas in this one. Just from a market thing, I don't think again getting a little bit healthier, but I think Kansas State is very live in this one. And I know it's a team that we were out on early. But then they've been playing. I haven't seen. I've just seen continuous progress from Kansas State's offense, kind of throughout the year, and even in handled TCU, even in the Baylor loss, like even against UCF. I mean, this is 3 straight games where an offense that we thought was absolutely miserable has performed at a pretty high level.
Agree. And again, change a play or two. The Baylor game could have easily won that game. What's the line? And I don't think it's a full 3. So glad we're on that. Let's go to the chat because the super chats are loaded so far. Matt N is at the top, $20. Favorite bet out of Northwestern plus 7.5, Iowa State minus 2.5, Bowling Green minus 7, Wake Forest plus 3, Minnesota plus 8.5, Mississippi State plus 7.5. Well, if that's your portfolio, I think that's a pretty good portfolio because there's quite a few of them that I bet and I
Agreed.
like. Minnesota's probably my favorite of the bunch, but if you Mississippi State, I think's worth a bet. I bet it at plus 7.5. I bet Bowling Green this week. I am on Nebraska, but totally different, laying 6.5 compared to 7.5. So, and then Wake Forest probably one of the sharper sides of the week. I mean, that's Matt. I mean, I don't know why you're paying us $20. We appreciate it, but that's a hell of a portfolio. Is there a favorite bet that you like out of that bunch?
You know what? I've got the same thing. A lot of those sides. The more, you know what? It just without the spot here of like fading Northwestern last week, to get over a touchdown with them versus a Nebraska team that I'm just not a believer in. And I know it's going on a road. It's Lincoln, but it's a noon start. It's a Northwestern team that I like them much better in this position than last week. And I know they handled business, but getting over a touchdown versus, I don't think this Nebraska team is what have we seen out of them that they're remotely to cover over a touchdown versus anybody. So I like that. There's not one, I will say, of the list, there's not one that I'm oppo on or against.
BG's taking some money as we talk. This is unbelievable. There was some 7s out there, but they're getting scooped up. I don't know with the quarter. I mean, I do like BG, but Lucian Anderson's not good.
Yeah.
But it is Kent State, though.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, the Kent State heartbreaker last week getting 45 straight.
Yeah. They did compete against Buffalo. They blew out Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So your boy, that DeShields, is that his name?
Drew DeShields. I can't. Of the prices there, the Bowling Green, there's a couple, 1 or 2 flat 7s out there. I don't want to lay a touchdown on the road with Anderson. I know it's Kent State, but a Kent State offense that I have a little bit more belief in now that I'm not lining up to lay over a TD here.
Jacob C's next, $4.99. Trying to be patient. Any chance we get an expensive 10 for Bama or 7 for Vols? Also, any Joey Pucks tonight? I don't think you're going to see either one of them. But Kentucky's taking a little bit of money. There are an 8 out there. There's even at a leading indicator 7.5 minus 105. So hold the phone there. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That right now looks like definitely more possible than the Alabama 10. It is a tough spot for Bama. I hate South Carolina. I don't want to bet them, but I would say that they're sharp side. What do you think about those? You got any pucks?
I got there with South Carolina.
You did?
Yeah. I'm not a huge bet, not a crazy bet, but after a little look in, talking to a few people, it is such a brutal spot for Bama. And it's, you know what, South Carolina, when they get smashed in the trenches, that's where they seem to have been, just gotten blown out this year. I don't know if Alabama is really that team this year, even though they're winning, even though, SEC, that team that crushes you in the trench, that's not really Alabama's MO. So I know Beamer has some history as a great, dog in these spots. I don't put much stock into that, but yeah, I got there with a little 12.5 because it seemed to be going only one way. With that said, I don't think we see a flat 10. The Kentucky side, that's the only side I could play over a touchdown. This is just a classic kind of the play on Kentucky last week against Texas. It's running the same playbook over again here with an offense that you hope Cutter Boley looks a little bit better and can give you more than what he looked like last week. But that one, I will say, of the 2 plays, much warmer on South Carolina. The Kentucky number, like, not I like it when you're getting Texas, which I think is a worse offense, and you were getting 13 and a half to now be getting a touchdown less against a better offense. I'm not as in on the Kentucky side. If you wanted to tell me you took some, Tennessee at 7 or something, if that pops, then I would be more ache into that.
Joey Pucks tonight. Anything or no?
I don't have anything tonight. The only thing I just got was for tomorrow. Let me see, because you know what? I just actually popped it at FanDuel not too long ago. See if it's still around. There is a over 5.5 on the first game on the board. Islanders Philly over 5.5 minus 142. There's another four-letter book with minus 135, and another book with over minus one. So 5.5 would say that FanDuel's probably got, like, that's the price. That would be the top end of the buy price. Don't pay anything over that. But Islanders, Flyers over 5.5 tomorrow. We'll say up to the minus 140-ish range.
Action Sports Central, $5. Two of my favorite plays seem to be against the sharp consensus this week. Tell me why I'm wrong to play Rutgers under a field goal and SMU at 3. Thanks. Boy, Rutgers with one of the worst defenses in the country. Tough laying it. Purdue, we'll see the quarterback situation.
Yeah, that's the other. I actually would be aching a run. I know we were a Purdue podcast last week, but without Ryan Brown, it's a Purdue team that you have to score to get into it. I don't really love Malik Washington like that.
No, I don't like. You mean the Singleton?
Yeah, Singleton. Sorry, Malik Washington. I'm not a big fan. I think the passing game kind of goes in the tank with him. So it would be.
That's a noon game. I don't know where that goes, but I hear you. I've been kind of interested in the Rutgers side if it gets cheaper.
Yep. So, if there is a flat 1 out there, leading indicator book.
You're not. I say that no win by 1. I don't think you're missing anything if you keep patient, because that's been pretty much one way on Purdue. The other game, I'm with him. I bet SMU. I thought that'd be the best price I'd see. You can lay 2.5 right now. So our friends, if you want to bet SMU minus 2.5, friends at FanDuel, that's a go for me.
Wake Forest seems a very, very trendy, sharp side from some of, like, a lot of the, the known sharp people. But then what do we say when that happens? But it gets bet back, by the market.
Yeah.
Like the market
came off at 3 today.
Yeah. So I'm not involved in that one. I wouldn't disagree with anybody that was jumping in on SMU under 3 there. It's one of those teams I've been looking to fade. You know what I'm saying? We've been looking for spot. We faded them last week, not successfully with Clemson. I don't think the body of work is that impressive, but man, I think it's
always price dependent. Yeah, I want to fade them, but not this number. Right. Are you kidding me?
I agree. Yeah. It's so baked in. Like this, I agree. Like you use the example sometimes. A few years ago, this is Wake Forest, +6 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
+6 is what I thought I'd be getting on Wake this week.
All of the spot and everything that you're getting is totally baked in at this number, and maybe even a little bit more so.
Agree. Ja Rule. Loved him with that. What was that video with Jennifer Lopez?
Oh yeah.
Ain't it funny or something? Ain't it real? I don't know what the hell it is. That's been 25 years ago already, I bet.
That's a banger. Yeah. Look at PP pulling out the old.
Yeah. $9.99. Sacramento State +7 money line sprinkle. Grizz or frauds. Montana State class of Big Sky again. Also, where are we with San Diego State, Arkansas, and Vandy? Always appreciate the pod. I bet Sacramento State tonight in the FCS.
I know some people that did as well, but it was at 7.5. Not.
Yeah, should be a good one tonight. There's some bad blood between it. Some war of the words. Sacramento State's been up, Jekyll and Hyde, up and down this year. I think you'll get a effort out of them. I agree Montana's overrated. So, that's what I like in that one.
Would you do anything in the other one?
The other one I did not. I would probably lean Dartmouth.
Played some over in that one.
Okay.
But price dependent, I think it was like over good to 45.5. So it's mostly 46.5 out there. FanDuel's got a juice 45.5. There's a couple marginally priced 45.5. So
All right.
a little over in that one. Vandy LSU though, or Vandy Missouri. Listen. It took me a year and a half to get on the Vandy train, and it felt so good being on it last week. And I'm riding it again. We going head to head?
2.5. I think, again, that's one. I bet Missouri plus 3.5, but you're saying if you want to lay 2.5, I'm not going to argue with anybody. San Diego State, I don't like. I like Fresno, especially at plus 3.5 right now at our friends at FanDuel. Like that quite a bit. I loved San Diego State. I've upgraded them significantly. I just laying more than a field goal on the road. No, Fresno State off a misleading loss last time they played.
Yep.
Arkansas, I love. We gave that out on Monday. So I still like it. Auburn, 17-year-old, the youngest player in college football, is going to make his first start at center in the rankings.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
that is going to be and how
you don't think, it won't be a problem until it is.
You can only get off the mat so many times in one season. And this Auburn team.
Yeah, I hear you.
You just how many times can you be this close and then get your dreams crushed? And now anything, like SEC to anything competition wise, to me now it's like, all right, our season rests on the Bama game. And we got to go to Arkansas early kick and play, an offense that's pretty freaking electric. And so with a resurgent Bobby Petrino. Woo, Big Suey, baby. Petrino's coaching them up.
I don't know how to quantify it, but it just feels like one of these games Auburn's going to let go of the rope.
Yes. Yes.
I'm predicting it. We'll see, but I just
you
and I have both seen it. You're close, and then it's over.
Yeah, couple scores early when you're a team that has to play like ugly defensive football. You get down 14-0, and everybody just says, "Fuck this!" Like I can't do it again this week.
And then Arkansas already had that against the Irish, so they're kind of over that now. But if they continue to lose, they might have it. But I don't see it yet. I haven't seen.
And the coaching, I think Petrino's a much better. I don't want to say like leader or one of those, but Sam Pittman, you're jolly old. I like Petrino. I like some of the message. I like that he's more
of an ass kicker.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think they're dialed in a little bit more, at least for now. We'll see. Let's hope, because I love Arkansas. A9S 499 super chat. Are situational spots being overplayed this year? Duke was overplayed last week. Agree. Iowa State this week, and appreciate you guys. I think that's a very good question.
It's a great question, and I totally agree on the big citrus out this week for Iowa State. They've got a couple other injuries battling. I know the situational spot. I'm not even a big BYU fan, but
again, we thought it'd be pick.
Yeah,
I mean.
Yes,
it's not.
I agree. It's still like you're either totally priced in or even overpriced on some of these spots here, especially with the injury. Like and the way BYU wants to play and grind football. So
yeah, I agree.
I just can't do it. So I agree. Agualo and BYU, are they fraudulent? Yes, but to lay 2.5, lay 2.5 here, no, can't do it.
Illiquid market, obviously, but look ahead, it was Iowa State plus 1.5, and BYU beat Utah. So yeah, I think it's priced in, unfortunately, because I had Iowa State circled as play of the week. Prices matter though. Joseph Mann, $1.99, laid 2.5 on Virginia Tech, holder buyback at current. I just would hold. So
yeah. No, I think you get in that.
Got to get the 7 to you think of that.
Totally agree. You want if you're buying back, you want the double key, the double, triple key number there. You get 3, 4, and 7 if you can get it. So to me, I'd wait. Or you do a little, see how the games play. Maybe you get, first drive or something. Cal score, you get a little, maybe 7.5, 10.5 live or something. So I wouldn't trade it back unless you're getting another key number.
Quick ad read, and we might have a little bit shorter show. I know I'll read. We'll go through all the super chats. We'll make sure we do that. But I do want to mention this. Not sure if you guys are aware of this yet, but we have an incredible 3 times a week newsletter. 3 times a week? I do once a week newsletter. You guys are doing 3 times a week? I didn't even know this. Mondays, you get the latest injury reports, takeaways in the NFL. early leans. Wednesdays, you get the first practice report from every team, plus the bet stamp giving out EV props and much more. And Fridays, we have Kirk's Hammer. He usually writes about things he's observed as a pro bettor, things in the industry. And lately, he's been pumping out NBA division previews. You can subscribe now at thehammer.bet and never miss a newsletter. Did you know we had a 3 times a week newsletter?
No.
I'm a horrible
we even
employee.
on the distribution? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're on an island in this company.
I know. I think I would at least be comped as, my email. Send it to my email. Jeez. Benjamin Rash, 999. With all these super chats we bring in, you think we get comped out a free newsletter?
We're paying for the newsletter.
Yeah.
The newsletter's on the house.
Benjamin writes in, Nevada team total over 13.5. Boise State run D is no good. Ooh.
You know what?
That's
I was
when there's a pause.
I don't
know. Where's that at? Because I'm looking.
I see mostly 14.5. At 13.5, I'm in.
13.5's a banger. When you start to see either one of us look at our phone, start clicking around.
Yeah. I had the screen. I had to sort by team total to see what. I don't see a 13.5, but you know what?
If he's got it, that's a banger.
Yeah, I like 13.5 quite a bit.
All right, back to the chat. Connor Hartle, $1.99. BP, any thoughts on Montana minus 5.5 tonight? Sorry, Connor, I'm on the other side of that one. But 5.5 best market and price.
With that said, yeah, I agree. You're buying. I don't. Even if we're on the other side of things, would you have played Sac State at 5.5? No shot.
No, I wouldn't have.
So to me, I think you're getting the best number there on Montana if you got it.
And I think I just said best market and price. Obviously, best price and market. I'm a dummy. A lot of the time. Shane in the chat, $5. Knish, let's hear it. How about them Hilltoppers, baby? Southern Miss minus 10 is gone. So Temple minus 4, Washington minus 3.5. Hilltoppers with the backup. He was moving around too.
It doesn't matter who plays for the Toppers at QB. You just throw them in there. And it's like they're one of those systems. It's like Mike Leach now. You throw any guy out there from West Kentucky and this guy played at Damaris Catholic in Kentucky. Nobody's ever heard of him. Throws for 300 yards. So I tell you, hopefully, because I got a decent amount of Western Kentucky futures on that conference. Who do they get? What's next week's game coming? It doesn't matter. Oh, New Mexico State at home. Win. Middle Tennessee at home, win, and then Jacksonville State to end of the year, probably a play-in game for the championship. So
they're in. The other games, I didn't bet Temple, and didn't bet Washington yet, but I would be interested. Whoa, there's a 3 out there juiced, but I'm starting to get close to Washington.
See, you know what, man, they're so banged up. I was actually leaning. That is
Illinois. All right.
Yeah, but you know what?
Weather in the game.
Weather. I delayed a little bit. There was 4.5 out there.
5, I thought, early in the week.
Yeah, early week. I think one place opened 6 and some 5, and so this is one I'm kind of having regret for taking so long. Yeah, Monday there were definitely 5s and 4.5. So I hate getting late to the price here, but it would be Illinois or nothing for me.
SMU just got steamed. Bowling Green just got steamed. Jeez. This show is unbelievable. Kevin Corona, $5 super chat. I was told to put the kids college fund on BYU under 8.5. Which top junior college do you guys recommend? Guys? I am with them. I bet under 8.5. I even bet under 7.5.
Yeah, I've got some 7.5 as well. And looking at, I will say the next 4 weeks, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I will say if you got there's a shot that you're going into that last week with UCF at home, hoping they lose, because at Iowa State, at Texas Tech, TCU, Cincinnati.
They could lose 3 of them.
They could lose.
I was still feeling comfortable with the 8.5 prior to last week. Had they lost to Utah, I would be like, yeah, we got a winner still.
That was the devastating one for the 8.5.
But that's not easy. I'm looking at that. Would you be stunned if they lost 3 of the next 4? I wouldn't be. And they're going to be underdogs in 3 of them games, probably. Huh. All right. Back to the chat. Are we done with super chats? I'm just looking. Looking. I think we are. Barb can tell me. She's good at that. Yep. We are. Barb's good. Thank you, Barb. Barb, you want to bring you on? We'll bring you on. You want to give out your best bet or no?
Oh, Barb's got a best bet?
I don't know. She was kind of in between.
How about this? Instead of giving out a best bet, I'll just get your thoughts on North Carolina at 10.5 that they have right now.
Oh, it's a good. We haven't talked about this game.
Yeah.
All right.
So proceed.
Thank you, Barb. I would leave North Carolina plus 10.5. I liked what I saw from them last week. They finally showed something. Should have won the game outright against Cal. Virginia, I don't know. It's just different with them laying points on the road. They're in a different on the totem pole. They're in a different. I don't know if that's a good word to use. They're just in a different stratosphere, I'll say, as far as when has Virginia as a program been double-digit favorites on the road in ACC play. It's been a minute. Last week, they're a huge favorite. Didn't handle it well. Should have lost to Washington State outright. Where are you at here?
Listen, I think this is Virginia. And I see Duck in there. This Virginia team's such a fraud. Like, they are such a fraud. They've gotten like 3 different miracle victories. I hate backing UNC in any fashion. But 10.5 at home now. I think they've gotten a little bit, they play kind of a little bit slower style, ugly football. Totals come down just a touch. It would be the Tar Heels or nothing for me.
All right. There you go, Barb.
Like it.
People the chat can't believe it that everyone hears Barb and they think like 65 years old. Like that I don't know, like that. That's where people like see Barb, and like even the first time I was with Barb, I was like, wait, like, oh my God, she's like younger than we are.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the story of my life. So
yeah,
nothing new there.
All right, good. Appreciate you popping on though, and we're giving us a little. We're going UNC we'll call it a lean at 10.5.
Perfect.
Right.
Cool.
Thank you. Back to the chat. Oh, we got one from Duck. Come on, Joey, loud and proud, buddy. Let's go, Blue Jays.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the Jays. Give me the Jays in the World Series final, baby. If the Mariners couldn't win, and now see the joy, like them getting to the series. Now every Toronto fan's already slathered up and stuff. So
they gotta be big. What's the series price now? They gotta be big dogs, right?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to see what
they have. Home field too, don't they?
Yes. Dodgers minus 250-ish. There's actually a couple. One place has a cheap. A competitor has a cheap 215. But yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, I don't know if I can know anything about baseball, but I all I know is that Ohtani's like the greatest player I've ever seen.
Ohtani's like the best of all time. Already, and we never seen anything like that. A couple in the chat. I see Anthony Roman Knish is Utah State a best bet at 3.5. That got head faked in the market. That got manipulated today. I was going to be on them at 3.5, but that got bought up as we were doing the show. So it went out 3.5, got bought right back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think Utah State's a sharp side there. I think they're the slightly better team. So that 3.5 really interests me. So
I would agree with you.
Back and forth in the market. See where it's at tomorrow.
Yep, I'm with you. I think Utah. I mean, especially they've been playing. I mean, for a Mountain West conference, which isn't. They've been playing some ball. I mean, got San Jose State. I know they lost to Hawaii, but the overall Utah State body of work this season, I think, looks better in retrospect. So yeah,
they played A&M.
I know they play in relatively.
They covered against
Vandy. 3.5. I don't really. Do you see the 3.5 out there anymore?
No, I got it. Literally, it was there when we started the show. I got another game that's I'm like, this damn show. This is something else.
Yeah.
It's like the kids are off to play or whatever that is. The mice will play when the cat's away, or I don't know what that is.
I see. I see 3.5 minus 1. What is it? 150? No, that is not red. It's not there. So
long gone.
Yeah, no, that's gone. So Yeah, we'll see. See if it pops back, but
that's a go at 3.5. If you're sitting there, got no life on a Friday night, Saturday morning, if you see it 3.5, that's a go.
Yeah, I'll probably talk myself into a cheap 3 before kick.
Yeah. Anthony also asked about an interesting game. I want to get to this. Memphis, are we going to get a 7? You might, depending when the official news hits.
Yep. I think that's one wait for. I mean, he's probably, I would say it hasn't been official, but we'll call it 90% out. And once you'll get a Thamel tweet or retweet or something, and then see some market.
Doing anything? That moved a point when we were on the air here today.
Yeah.
I wrote it down before the show. Are we going to lay 5.5? There's a couple 5.5s out there, or 6, or you just want to pass?
I'm gonna pass now.
All right. Boom. That is one that I had marked down. Crestman, $7 Canadian. Wonder what that is. That $5 US? Dodgers in 4. I love it.
Crest, what is I know he's a Canadian guy. What is there a long-standing Expos fan that is salty that they lost?
There you go. I like it. Sometimes, man, when you live in them spots, it gets to be too much. So hence why I didn't root for the Buckeyes. Just was too much. Terry Teo 999. Great show as usual, boys. Have had a lot of luck the past few weekends on 3 to 4 TD FCS favorites. What's your guys' thought success rate on playing large favorites on FCS and also FBS? Thank you. Wow, good question. I haven't done deep dive into it.
Yeah, I know, appreciate the super chat, but that's one would really have to you really have to look at the full season and not just this season, full season over a larger sample and see if there's any difference between the only difference I would say now is, which I don't know if there is, a lot of FCS guys are getting bought up in the portal up to a level. Everything's moved up a level, right? Where the transfer portal's at, like guys who are elite in FCS move up, guys who are in Division II move up to FCS. So is that making the tiers a little bit, closer in the FCS level? Maybe. That's the only theory I got off the top, but without looking at the actual data, it would just be guessing.
Yeah, I could see maybe big favorites. Like, I don't know if there's maybe more of a quit factor. I don't know. I can tell you this, though. Some of the bottom teams in the FCS are at the lowest I've ever had it. Like Davidson's one of them. Like I'm like a few weeks away from having a negative power rating on them. And keep in mind, my power rating goes from 0 to 100, and they're counting the FCS. And I've never had a team never had a team negative. I think they're at like 6 right now. 6. Unbelievable. Which means like I couldn't even factor it in. I would have like an 80-point spread, 90-point spread if they played Ohio State. Unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm telling you, they're not covering. Davidson's playing nobodies. They're like a 40-point underdog against, we're not talking North Dakota State. We're talking about below average FCS teams, and they're getting run the fuck out. It's unbelievable. I bet Davidson a couple times. I've been on the opposite end of some of these big lines. I've lost. Not happy. I don't like losing. BF Nolan in the chat. South Carolina can't score under 17.5 at minus 135 team total. I don't hate it.
I don't think this Alabama defense is great by any means.
That's true.
And so I'm not there.
Is South Carolina live? Just thinking.
Man, I gotta tell you, I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. The more I think about that,
I don't hate it in this.
But speaking of live underdogs, we got 4 of them for you. Knish does, and I'm here to tell you, at least 2 of these are winning outright this week. What do you got for us on the money line?
Let's go. We've been on it, and you know what? We don't hide from results here. The underdog money line round robin. We have not been super hot the last few weeks, but let's get it back rolling here. We at least got, again, a goal every week to at least get 2 out of 4. And we've got a couple 1-for-4s, a couple of horrific beats, but we're not going to let that deter us. Kansas State, one game we like, played it on the spread, like it on the side. Again, rivalry game, just seemed playing much better. Kansas, defensively, offensive line, I think that you're getting the better team in the trenches here. Give me them. We did Illinois. This is more just a fade on the Washington injury front. I think they got some bad offensive line issues. They played really poorly last week at Michigan. I don't think that was as much Michigan being great as Washington just having a really poor game. The depth is being tested at a number of spots, and the travel back and forth. Illinois off a little bit of a break here. Think they can get him. NC State. I've been meaning to ask you about that one.
Love
Pitt,
it.
Yeah, I think that one we might need to add
Been waiting. Time to market. It's one of like 5 games in the mix around a key number for
Yeah. Again, this would be absolute best bet material at 7. Don't even hate it at 6.5, but I think they're live this weekend against a Pitt team that's getting a bit banged up. And I can't quit this team. If you've been watching the show for a while, this is like the Rice of a few years past, or the teams. This Baylor team, I just can't stop. And so you know what? Give them to me. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's be both ways. I think Cincinnati's a little overvalued. Their pass defense isn't great, and what can Baylor do? They can throw it around the yard, and I think Satterfield's a bum. So
I asked you about Baylor on Monday. It was like 5.5, and we didn't best bet it.
I know. I
mean,
that was.
I love Baylor. I love it.
You're
that's
right.
a good one. I think we might win 3 this week. Let's win 4 for a change. We can stop taking these 1-unit losses, and then somebody tweeting at me, look how bad your record is, when 20 of those units lost are 0-20 record on this damn thing. Let's win 1. We're going to win 3 of those legs, though. Just telling you. One thing I got to mention, and then we'll get to the chat and we'll call it a show. I got to get out of here early. Got a big game. Big game.
I was going to say, you got an Ohio football? What?
Yeah, I see one of the guys at Barstool was even tweeting about it. Yeah, Marion Local's rivalry game. The 50-50 was $44,000 last year. First of all. Yeah, so the winner took home 22, but the total pot was $44,000. So that's something.
They've been close to losing the streak a few times this year, haven't they?
Very much so. I've been in each one of them. They should have definitely lost one of them.
Are we calling outright upset? Who are they playing?
They're playing Coldwater, team that's won defending state champ. Both teams are defending state champs, believe it or not. They play in different divisions in the same conference. That's how good this is here. But they're not as good either this year. They've already lost 3. But any game is the Marion Local team is. Let's just say if they don't play their game, that they are beatable, and any team can beat them. But if they play like last week when it's 35-0 in the middle of the second quarter, they're going to be tough to beat. And they're playing a playoff team. But enough of that. I do want to mention this because we haven't brought this up at all. Monday or Friday, we're doing a halftime show tomorrow. You don't even know what game we're doing, do you?
I think Barb just leaked it in the private chat.
She leaked it. We're doing Ole Miss-Oklahoma. I think a really intriguing game. A couple of top 15 teams. I think the market says Oklahoma, but we'll see. We haven't even talked this game. If you can't get enough of us, though, you're in luck. We do 3 shows a week now, including the Saturday college halftime show. Knish and I give immediate reaction to the games in the morning, plus anything we might like later in the day. That's Saturday right here on the Hit the Books YouTube channel. And again, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. Looking forward to that one.
I love it.
Might be the game of the day. I actually think I'm going to tell you, I got one. I think I'm calling my shot. I'm pointing it Ohtani style. LSU beats A&M.
Really?
Yeah. LSU beats A&M.
Oh, my.
You want to go head-to-head at 2.5?
On that, baby?
You want to go head-to-head at 2.5?
I don't think we have a head-to-head this week.
All right. Head-to-head at 2.5?
Yep.
I'll call my shot. Let's go head-to-head money line.
Oh, this guy. He's just feeling himself there. All right. Give it to me.
And I don't like Kelly, but you're going to get the very best of LSU this week. And if you don't, get him out of there. All right, couple more super chats. You guys getting them in here before the gun. Love it. Kirk, $5. Hey, guys, what about North Texas minus 13.5 first half? Don't hate it. Where you at here?
No, I don't hate it. I think the numbers are touch inflated just in the overall game, but I have no case for Charlotte, really.
They are legit, no exaggeration. I started going through I went through the availability. This is what I did for an entire day. Availability reports every week, every conference. Is there any guys I missed? Circle in the depth charts. Charlotte's got more players circled on their roster as far as being out for the season than any team in the country. The last I counted like 15 or 16 guys that were in the 2 deep out for the year.
And that, I mean, yeah, I got nothing. I got no case other than I think the number's a little touch high, but go for it. 13.5 first half. If you like it, fire.
Austin Hanson, 499. Happy Friday, guys. Thoughts on OU Ole Miss? Well, Austin, you did a good job here. And Houston, Arizona State. 2 games I wanted to talk to before we called it a show.
Yeah.
Have you done anything with Ole Miss-Oklahoma?
I have not in that one.
There was a derivative play that I liked, but we'll just call him out for it. Duck took it out. Damn him. Damn him to hell. He took out a derivative play. We'll see if it comes back tomorrow. Oh, no, it's in the noon game. Shoot. And it's not coming back. It was team total. Ole Miss.
Okay.
But he wiped it out. Not playable now. The other game, let's talk about it. Arizona State, Houston. I like Houston at 7.5. No,
me too. Yeah,
Arizona.
7 in the hook. Close her out with the best bet. We got the hook at FanDuel. Lock it in.
Best bet, Houston plus 7.5. That's how we close out the show, folks.
Yeah,
love it. 7.5. Tyson out for Arizona State. Bad spot for Arizona State off a game where they stormed the field. Love Willie Fritz. He's my man. I bet it exactly that number plus 7.5.
Yep, same. Actually, bet a little earlier today. So I'm with you.
Boom. That's the show, guys. I know it's quick. I got to get to this game because there's going to be about 6,000 people there and like 3,000 seat stadium. So it'll be fun. We'll be back with you guys, though, tomorrow. Halftime, Ole Miss-Oklahoma. Let's recap quickly, though. I got to recap. We gave out so many best bets. Got to recap them quick because people will get pissed at me. I get it all the time. So, obviously, on Monday's show, we gave out Kansas State plus 3. You got 3.5 now. The number moved against us. Arkansas market loves us there. Now 2.5-point favor, gave it out plus 1.5. Minnesota plus 9.5, still holding a little bit there, although that took some money as we were doing the show today. Oklahoma State plus 38.5. We have that. And what we gave out today, Georgia Tech under 53.5 against Syracuse. That was at the start of the show. We also gave out Southern Miss minus 13.5 at the start of the show. Michigan State plus 14.5 at the start of the show. We just gave out Houston plus 7.5. There's one I'm missing. Well, one am I missing? No, that's it.
Yeah, I thought so.
We got 8. Boom. I love the portfolio. Love what you did today. Love what Barb did today. It was a great show. Sorry it was a little shorter, guys. Thank you for all the super chats. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Halftime. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you tomorrow.